What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As always, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 trending stocks according to StockTwits. Before we hop into it, guys, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're early in our growth phase, and I'm just testing things out, seeing what works. So if you guys have been following along, I really appreciate if you guys just like the video, subscribe. All right, so with that being said, let's hop straight into it. The number one stock today was NVAX. Following that, we're going to check out ADBE, ARK, ICVX, and then X. All right, so let's take a look at NVAX. First thing I'm looking at is this candle, this sequence between 1997 and 1998. We have a firm support that has turned into resistance all the way at 38.75. In order to analyze this, we have to go down to a lower time frame and see exactly what's happening. So up until actually a few months ago, which is surprising, this thing was trading at that 38 level. But since then, we've just had a steady decline here, pretty much all the way through there. We got a pop here, and now we're just sinking. So the primary thing that I'm looking at is this supply area right here. Okay, that's going to be the major resistance for this stock. So potentially, if it can overcome this current slump, which we currently have a supply above here following this huge sequence of losses, if we can get back above there at some point, that is around a 40% gain. The next supply would be at around 23, 24, which is 120%, and then we have that 38 level overhead. So this is something that's extremely oversold. I'm assuming it's a pharmaceutical company, which are always pretty risky to buy, but this one might be worth putting into your watch list and seeing if it can actually return to that $15 level, and from there, can it form a base above there and then allow us to work our way up back to 24, 25, and potentially 38. That would be my game plan for this stock. But for now, don't buy, don't sell it, at least for me. Next, we got ADBE. Okay, we're going to take a look at ADBE from a long-term perspective. Let's go ahead and turn off our wicks. I'm looking at this candle right here back in 1999 during the tech boom. All right, this is going to allow us to create a pretty decent long-term sequence for ADBE just to see where this stock is. So obviously over the past couple of years, pretty much since 2017, this stock has just skyrocketed, right? We look at the RSI, it's nearly at 100. The demand zone for ADBE on this yearly chart is almost at $50. But personally, another just long-term perspective, I do think that this could potentially come down to around 181 and consolidate, from around 181 to maybe 300 for quite a long time. Okay, just going off the technicals. Now we go to the shorter term chart. What does this look like? I mean, we can see that 181 really isn't that far. If this stock was to reject this current demand area right here and basically collapse beneath this $320 level, we could retest those lows, and from there, we would only be 33% away from hitting that 181 level, which to me, especially if we have a recession coming up, that's something that's pretty likely. So ADBE, it's another one that you just have to wait and see if it can hold this specific level that it's currently at. Right now it's down 3%. I'm not sure if they had earnings today or not. Next we got ARK. Long-term perspective, I do like ARK a lot right here because it's trading underneath this $37 level, which is pivotal here in the long term. So my primary trading strategy is to buy underneath that level and sell upon our return back into our demand areas. So you can see we have a supply area here. Basically, all I will want to do is buy every single time it goes underneath 37 and then target that supply area. So it happened once here, then it happened again here, and now it's just treading underneath there. So ARK to me would be a decent buy simply because it is trading underneath that key zone, but there is risk that this eventually comes down to it around $28, especially if it can't find enough buyers to push it back above this $37 level. It'll just continue to go down probably to around 28 bucks. All right, so next we got ICVX. So this has been a multi-day runner. What I really like here is this right here. All right, so this dates back to March of 2022, and we can see from there 953 is going to be our key level for this stock. Okay, so this potentially has upside to it around 1465. In my opinion, I think we're probably going to start to see some sellers show up at around that 953 level. Right now we're trading above, but post market I see that it's down a bit. So be very cautious. I mean, this is an obvious resistance even without these levels. You can see, I mean, it stopped out, and now we're here again with a ton of momentum, and we're at 65 on the RSI. But my game plan for this, because I know a lot of people are going to be trading this stock, we actually hit exactly 1465, so my bad. This could potentially come all the way back down to 441. This one I wouldn't touch. I think the full move has been made, unless there was like some pivotal news, like company shifted news today that made this go up, but I really doubt that. So I would stay away from this one, or at least, yeah, it's a major sell for me. All right, last but not least, we got Roblox. Let's go ahead and take it from this July candle to this October candle, and we can see two key levels that we're pretty much trading in the middle of. Okay, we have 47.94 or 48 bucks, and we have 20.31. If we use our wicks, we can see multiple times we've rejected that 48 level. In my opinion, just looking at this long-term chart, to me this stock looks like it's headed back to potentially an all-time low. It's probably going to test this low, and then I think it will be a $20 stock relatively soon. I mean, it's down 15% today, so I'm pretty sure they had earnings and they disappointed, probably with guidance. You can actually see that we did touch exactly that 2033 level just beneath it, and then we bounced back above. So yeah, this is a major sell for me. We do have a supply zone up here, but you know, we've tested that multiple times, and each time sellers just overpowered the buyers. Now we get this huge move to the downside. To me, this thing is headed straight down to 20 bucks. That being said, stay away from it unless you're shorting it. But that's it, guys. Thank you guys for stopping in. Hope you got some value out of it. If you did, go ahead and like the video, and I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.